Welcome to Call of the Pen. I'm your co-host, Brandon Kinsler. My other co-host is Steve Cishek. And we are back for, week 2 of Major League Baseball. It was a lot happened in the first week, Steve. We got a no-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
We have some teams that absolutely suck. And some teams are surprising. Some teams are struggling. We'll start off. Oh, we got the Pirates, 5-0. We'll start in the Central, Steve. 5-0. What do you got on the I think the Marlins, they don't know what they're doing, but they went in there and got a good sweep, and now they're off to a good start.
Well, yeah, I mean, they start the season with the Pirates and the Marlins and Nationals. So, I mean, that's a good recipe for success if you're a team that's starting to, develop a good young core. And like last year, they started off on fire. I don't know if you remember. I think 30 games in the season, they were like in first place or like tied to first place or something like that. And we were both like, that's not going to last. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, good for them. It's exciting to see a young team do well. A lot of names you probably haven't heard. If you're a Pirates fan, you got a lot of prospects that have finally made their way up. But if you look at their schedule, and August and September is going to be a grind for them. Yeah, they're going to have a really difficult end of the season. I think I saw July even was pretty tough. So we'll see what they're made of. I think next week they play. Who did they play? I just looked at it. I think the Orioles. Yep. I'm sorry. Next series they play Baltimore. So we'll see. We'll see what they're really made of.
That's true. I don't know. Like, they were doing good last year, and then they lost O'Neal Cruz. He broke his ankle right around the same time I broke my ankle.
Yeah.
So, I just have love for the guy.
It's an exciting team, man. It's like them and them and the Reds, right? Like the Reds made that push last year with the young core guys. So you're curious to see what they're going to do this year and next year for sure.
Yeah. And then Cubs, they had a tough series in Texas.
Well, hold on a second.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, you said Cubs. Okay, sorry, you cut out. Yeah, Cubs, they looked all right. They've won their last 3.
So Milwaukee's 4-0. They start off with New York. The Mets suck, though. Like, they suck. They're going to be terrible, which is pretty surprising for all the money they spent in the last couple of years. But Milwaukee, man, they're doing their thing, bullpenning, pitching. They don't score many runs. They just do what Milwaukee does.
Same thing every year. Literally. It's incredible. Yeah, but the Cubs, they've won their last 3. Cincinnati's, that division is going to be tight. It's almost going to be like the NL Central or AL Central. Not the best teams in the league, but it's going to be a tight race.
The Cardinals are 3-3 now. They had a tough series in Dodger Stadium. And then Sunday night, they brought in the Payonk kid. The kid's throwing like 97-mile-an-hour cutters, rolls through the top of their lineup, and then they sent him back out. And he gave up a homer, and then he got an out, and then I think got a walk or a hit, and then they took him out for a lefty to face Muncy, and the lefty hits a bomb. So I text Descalso, who's now their bench coach. I said, good move, Daniel. You took out the righty throwing 97-mile-an-hour cutters who rolled through Shohei and Freeman, but you can't face Muncy. He relaxed. He responded, relax, Joe Torre. That guy was up and down 3 times yesterday. I said, well, it's your fault for putting in a guy for 2 innings today that was up 3 times yesterday.
Yeah,
you wouldn't even gone out for the second inning. I'm like, you're right, and we would have won the game.
You would have asked for like 2 weeks off after that, though.
If I'm up 3 times in one day, I'm definitely taking the next day off. I can't do it for the boys. I'm not good for you. But if I do, I definitely got one good one in me. I can't go back out. I can't roll through the 3 MVPs of the league and come down from that adrenaline rush and go back out.
It's true. Yep.
Anyways,
but yeah, they're in good shape, right? They had a tough series with the Dodgers, but they're doing work against the Padres right now. So
yeah, they're a good team. Their lineup's good, solid defense, veteran pitching, and they don't even have Sonny Gray back yet. I think they're going to take a little bit to figure out their bullpen.
Yeah,
but they'll be fine. I mean, the Central sucks, but those guys, the lineup's too good. Too many veteran good hitters on that team.
No, for sure. I still got. We had them finishing on the top this year, didn't we? Yeah, we both did.
I had the Cardinals.
I did too. That was the only one we tried to. We stopped agreeing after that.
Yeah. And then the Cubs. I like that the Brewers are 4-0 without Counsell. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how long that lasts. Like you said, they played the Mets. Mets are down.
Yeah, they play. Who are they playing now? They're playing someone else that sucks too. I think. Who are? Oh, the
The
Twins.
Cubs,
The Twins
Colorado.
don't suck. They're playing. They were playing the Twins.
Yep.
Colorado. Good lord, they might lose 110 games.
Man, it's tough. It's tough being on a. I can't imagine being on a bad Colorado team as a pitcher. Like sick. We're 1-5 to start the year. Let's say we're down the road. We're 12-30, and we have to pitch here in Colorado. Not if I pitch to a 5.5, I'm killing it. It's like so depressing. Like if you're good and you're rolling, it's like who cares? Yeah, let's get after it. And then you're just fighting for your life, fighting to get traded at the deadline.
Our guy Chris Bryant, started off the season 0 for 10 with 7 punchies.
Is that right?
Let's see if he has a hit yet. Yeah, he did. First, they had to sit him or give him a so-called day off on the third game of the series because he was 0 for 10 with 7 punchies.
Oh, no. And then meanwhile, the Angels, not to switch divisions, but are 3-2, and Rendon has yet to. His spray chart is he hasn't put a ball in play.
I don't think he doesn't like baseball.
I'm going to be quiet on that one.
Well, I played with him.
He was so good. Yeah, he was
so good.
So good. I don't know, man. It's tough.
So good. Did you see the Papelbon? I don't know. Papelbon went on a rant before on him. Papelbon goes on a lot of rants. He offered to pay the Trevor Bauer's league minimum to go to the Red Sox, and if he ended up doing really good, then they have to pay. I know the Red Sox have to end up paying Bauer's a salary. They have to pay Papelbon $500,000 or $800,000 too, whatever the league minimum is now.
No way. That's amazing.
That guy goes on rants now.
I mean, Rendon's put the ball in play. I've said that wrong. Like I meant by spray chart is he's still hitless in 19 at bats. I think it's tough.
It is tough, especially when all the fans are against you now. He's just gone through so much. It's just been that Angels have not worked out for him, which sucks because the guy was so good. And we both play with him. Such a good player, a good teammate, chill guy.
Yeah,
but like we said, if it's not a contract for some guys, sometimes they're just not interested.
Yeah, he's been riddled with injuries too, like bizarre ones.
Yeah, for sure.
That takes a toll on you psychologically. Ankle, yep. Well, since we're on the Angels, let's just go to the West. Unless you have something else on the Central.
No.
So I mean,
no, the Central is going to be that's going to be a tight race the whole way. Because Cincinnati's not bad. That's going to be a good race the whole way.
Yeah,
NL Central.
Good young division.
Somehow your Angels are at the top.
I mean, they're like the Pirates. They do this every year, and then they or we or whatever. Since I played for them, break the fans' hearts, and they hit the wall at the 30-game mark.
Well, yeah, they have a -9 run differential. They've given up 30 runs and have scored 21. Texas Texas is the only one in that division as a positive. By the way, now that we're on the West, how about that Houston bullpen situation I was talking about that I didn't say would work out?
I know you were going to want to brag about that. But real quick, you have to, with the run differential stuff too, you got to realize the first 2 games they got blown out. Then everything else has been
true.
Tighter games. So
it balances itself out. It'll balance itself out.
Yeah. But yeah, you're not wrong. It's still early. Maybe they have to have the heart-to-heart like we had when we were the Cubs in 19, where Bussy had to call everyone in the weight room and say positive things about each other. And then
the funny thing is, when it came to me, it was like a long pause.
Like, who's going to say something nice about Brandon?
Nobody raised their hand. I loved you guys.
It's the best.
Anyways, see, last night, the Astros lose that game. Hader gives up the 2-run bomb. let's see how did Press. I mean, Hader. He's throwing a lot of off speed, by the way.
Yeah. First you're on a new team starting the year, probably just
I
trying
know
to get
it's tough.
acclimated, but especially when you start so slow. Joe Espada, new manager this year. He was a bench coach last year, but the only bright spot obviously is Ronel Blanco. He's unbelievable, and it wasn't just like a lucky no hitter. There's some good plays. Of course, you have to have good plays.
Yeah,
complete a
you
no
always
hitter.
do.
But dude, he threw 90% strike rate on his changeup. In
Well,
fact,
that's the pitch they talked about. They said they weren't prepared for. I went and read about it. They said that he really caught off guard with a really good changeup, and they said we weren't really prepared for it.
and it's really good. And so he got one slider out in the third and in the fifth, one fastball out in the sixth and six. He got one out in the sixth with a fastball, and one out in the seventh, eighth, and ninth with a fastball. The rest were on changeups. And I don't know if it was a cut, if he cut a changeup, or if he's throwing a cutter up there at 88 when I was watching. I think he was just cutting his changeup off. Every now and then it would dart away from hitter, but it was the same velo as the one that actually had the action he probably wanted. I mean, he was throwing it all over the zone, in the zone, and guys were either putting it in play or just beating it into the ground or weak pop-up contact, like 90%
like a Kyle
strike
Hendricks
rate.
where he cuts and sinks a changeup.
Yep. That's what it looked like.
Ooh, that's what we should get on here.
That'd be a good one. By the way,
Yeah,
I saw this fun fact about Blanco. It's pretty impressive. In 202 minor league games, he's an older guy, right? 30, which is kind of, you're getting to that level there.
So he's 36.
Easy. 202 games. 34 of those in the minor leagues he started. That's it. It's pretty
Really?
It's pretty impressive. And he comes up here and throws a no hitter. It's awesome.
We did call that. They say they'll have someone come up out of nowhere in minor leagues and step up, but I don't think no hitter against Toronto.
You know what it reminded me of is Yoshimiro Petit. Do you remember when he did that with the Giants? He's kind of like a Swiss Army knife for them, and then starts the game and throws a no hitter.
Yeah, Petit had a great career.
He did. Sneaky fastball.
Sneaky guy, just did every job possible.
Yep. So, anyways, the Rangers and Houston will turn it around. You know that, but that's gonna be a good division. They were good last year.
Losing that third baseman, man, that sucks.
Yeah, it's tough. That's gonna hurt.
They're so loaded, though.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be fine. They get your boy back when he comes back and his back's all healed up. They're gonna hit another level.
I should text the old man how he's doing.
Can we move on to the AL Central, please?
The poop of baseball?
Dude.
You just want to talk about the Tigers. I know what you want.
Let's go. I never knew I was a Tigers fan until now.
I'll give it to you. They've won the close games.
Exactly. That's the big one.
It was against the White Sox, but
true. The White Sox can be bad. But here, I mean, you got Flaherty, first outing, 6 innings, 7 punch outs, only 4 hits, and goose egg on the walks. Love to see that for your first start.
Yeah, I do like that. That guy's a bulldog.
Really good first impression. Yes, he is. The only guy that really has struggled so far is Maeda. He had a rough outing. I think I want to say he gave up 6 and only 2.
How do you know that guy was still playing baseball?
Hey, you know those guys. He'll figure it out. He had like a low 4 last year, 4.5. Like, it wasn't horrible.
Probably 20 innings. He's always hurt.
No. Shelby Miller, 4 innings pitched, 2 Ks. Not bad. And then Scooble. I don't know if you saw that game. It was him versus Crochet.
Yeah, I did see that game.
That was the most underrated matchup. Like, I wish they promoted that more, because people have been like, "Oh, who are those 2 guys?" Well, they watch the game, they're like, "Oh, shoot,
flamethrowers,
like, nasty."
Yeah, those guys are nasty. And then like Crochet went almost 7 scoreless last night.
Yeah, I lost my job
against the Braves.
Yeah, he's really good.
How about they moved, and then the White Sox moved the big kid as a closer? That's just, there's something wrong. That kid he must give up the ball a lot. Like, you can see the ball because he throws 1 billion miles an hour, and then he just gives up tanks.
Who is that?
Who was the big prospect that became a starter and then he went to the reliever now? Oh, Jesus, he's a huge dude. Starts with a K, I think.
Kopech? Oh,
Yes,
they had him close it.
he had him close
That's
last night. Threw 40 pitches in the ninth.
They got it done.
He got it done, but man,
I mean,
that just shows it doesn't. It's not about how hard he throws because that guy throws. He's huge and throws 100
with white
and
belt
just
slider.
cannot wipe out. He just cannot get it done.
It's early.
Yeah, Tigers. I'll give you the Tigers. Cleveland's gonna be Cleveland open up in Oakland.
But you know where you're going to get it at
the
Cleveland.
Royals. I didn't think the Royals are going to be able. I gave Royals more credit than I thought. They have to score too, so I forgot. I just don't think they can score.
I don't know, man. It's like they're 2-3. They beat Baltimore yesterday, so that's nice.
In Baltimore too.
Yep. So I mean, they won 11. They scored 11 on Minnesota in the third game, but they got smoked the first two, 1-4, 1-5. Baltimore got them, but I don't know. They're right there. Better than our Ofer teams on here that are just so bad. The Marlins are just. We won't go. We'll get to them in a minute, but
we'll get to them. But okay, we'll move on to Central. Tigers. We're on a roll.
Yep.
Let's see what Tigers look like. Twins will be there. Royals got some work to do. White Sox suck, but young potential.
Right. So where are we going next? You pick.
Let's go to NL East.
Okay.
The Braves are the class. They went into Philly. The Braves are the class of that. I watched that series. Philly's just not on that level yet. Maybe they'll get there.
In the playoffs, they are. They've beat the Braves the last 2 years.
You have to go to Philly. So the Braves need to figure out a way not to play Philly in the divisional round.
They need.
I would take the Braves in a 7 series, but you can't take the Braves in a 5 series for some reason. Chris Sale looked good though.
Yeah. What was his line? Did you see?
He went 5 or 6, gave up like 2, gave up a bomb to Schwarber.
Wow.
Yeah, left on left. Well, lead off of the game, so
Schwarber's good for that.
Yeah. It's weird because the Phillies, they're running out the exact same lineup back-to-back years. And I don't know about you, but for me, if I kept facing the same guys in a division, it just became a little easier to navigate because he's just, pitch the same. It's the same thing every time.
I mean, they face each other.
Anyone that adds a mix to that lineup.
Right. They face each other so much throughout the year, and then the playoffs, that's got to be I wish it was a bigger rivalry. Maybe it's bigger than I realized, but if you're the Braves and you get beat by the Phillies 2 years in a row, and then they go out and they take was it 2 out of 3 against them the other day? I mean, that's a good.
They should have swept them.
Right.
But that happens. They should have, but they didn't. But.
Right. It's tough to sweep teams in big leagues, but that's a good statement to start the season, right? 9-3
100%.
blowout, 12-4 blowout, and then you should have won the third game.
And Fried got knocked out in the first. I'm watching Jesse Chavez, who's 40 years old, go out there throwing 88 to 90 miles an hour, and he goes 4 innings. I am pitching next year, Steve.
Yeah, but Jesse, he's got the ghost fastball that has no approach angle at the plate,
and it's only with the Braves uniform on.
No, it's not. He did it with the Cubs.
I know, but that was 20,000 years ago. But I'm saying since that year, he got a 2-year deal with the Rangers, was terrible. He's traded to the Braves, he's amazing. Then he goes to the Angels, he's terrible. Gets traded to the Braves, he's amazing. Then he goes to the Cubs. He's terrible. Goes to the Braves. Puts up a 1. He had a 1 last year. Then he goes to the White Sox spring training, the worst team in baseball. Has a 12. Gets released. Signs with the Braves. 4 innings on opening week.
I didn't realize the White Sox thing.
What's that?
I said I didn't realize he was with the White Sox this spring. That's amazing.
Yeah, he was the White Sox in spring training.
This same thing happened in 2021, like you said, with the Angels. I'm in the bullpen in the Angels, and he comes over and daps me up, says hello. We chat for an inning, he's in the stands. He was in the stands. I don't know. I was like, you going to play or what? He's like, I don't know, man. It's probably it. Didn't really work out with the Angels. I might throw for a couple teams. I'm like, all right, man, good luck. And then he's in the he's in the playoffs. I'm like, are you kidding me? He's incredible.
It's amazing. He's just doing it. Keep doing it. They must really love him. That's the thing. To stick around that long, you gotta have a team that just loves you. Obviously, I did not have a team that loved me.
Well, if you're on a if you're on a good team, so with us with the Cubs, we were good. Joe loved him. Why? They love him because he throws strikes. He pounds the zone and he shows you he's not scared. He's just going to come after you, and whatever happens, happens. That's all you can do.
He'll do any role. That's the thing. You got to get a guy that do any role.
Any role. He doesn't care. Good team guy.
Yeah, really good team guy.
I love that we just talked about him. So I had a good time with him. All right. Well, the Braves are going to be fine.
He's got 13, 14 years in the big leagues. I mean, it's a very under the radar. He's throwing for 1 billion teams, but he's got something with the Braves, and the Braves love him. So good for him.
Yep. No doubt.
The Mets suck. We don't need to talk about the Mets. It's just a shame that they do suck. And then the whole thing with Hoskins, get over yourselves. It was a clean slide. I understand it was a little late. He could have torn McNeil's ACL for sure. I'd be kind of mad too. But for them to go throw behind his head the next day is a little ridiculous.
Well, especially after he's 3 for 3.
Guy's head the next day.
3 for 3. Like what?
Yeah,
hit him to start the game. Say it got away, and you're going to get a warning unless they were warned before the game, which I doubt they were. I don't know. No. I was tired.
Miami AL East, man. Miami sucks.
AL East.
AL East. The Yankees. Yankees look good.
Do they though? Stroman's the only starting pitcher that actually showed out. Unless I'm missing something. I saw Stroman. He went six innings, Rodon. 4 hits.
We're talking about Rodon. Was amazing.
Rodon, really? He went let me pull this up again. Rodon. He's got a start the season at 2.8, but I feel like it's misleading. He's got a 1.85 whip. We lost my co-host because his internet's run by hamster wheel. Figure it out.
Oh yeah, Hoskins, the slide and all that. But anyways,
no, we're talking about
the Yankees.
Yeah, Rodon.
Yeah. What was his line?
All right, so back to Rodon. If you go to his line, it was 4.1 innings pitched. Sorry, I was buying a softball pitching rubber as as you were logged off for my girls to pitch. All right, so he went 4.1 innings, 5 hits with 1 run. Okay, but 3 walks. So for me, 4 strikeouts. I don't know. It's a little sketch.
But it's a positive. It's a positive start for the guy who was terrible last year.
Yeah, for sure. But you're used to seeing him dominate like he did with the Giants, and a little bit concerned. A little bit concerned. Maybe he'll turn it around.
They need him bad for sure.
Yep. So.
And then I think what do we got now? Just the NL West is all we're going to cover now.
Yep.
Diamondbacks are solid. Dodgers are going to kill everybody. Padres are not going to be there. I don't know what the Giants are.
No, I know the Giants, right? It's so weird. You expect them to be good every year, and it's tough. And then 1 year you don't expect them to be good. They were nasty. I think it was 2021.
Yeah, Gabe Kapler's first year there. I don't know. They hit all the right button. The ball was flying there. They're hitting all these home runs from guys that you weren't expecting it from. It was just a weird year.
Yep. But then Arizona's just going to be nipping at the Dodgers' heels all season. I mean, 6-2 Dodgers. Arizona's 4-2. I think you had them winning the division. I did. So far, man. I mean, it's a great start to the season. A lot of drama, a lot of benches clearing. No real fights, but the blood's flowing for sure for the boys. So it's a good start to the year. Dodgers. So I had the Dodgers in the West. You had the Diamondbacks. And then the AL West, I had the Astros, and they're off to a bad start. Rangers are right there. Central, we both had the Cardinals. They're at the bottom, but I think they're going to be all right. AL Central, I had Tigers. You had Royals, and even the Royals, they look okay. They look good. And then you had the Orioles. I had the Yankees. My bad. Start the year.
The Juan Soto effect.
But then the Braves and Phillies. So here you go. You know, Braves should have swept. They didn't. So I think me and you are pretty even on this so far to start the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I was a betting man, it would have probably been 500. So I probably broke even.
All right. That's right.
And
you
then,
take 500.
The thing about the Dodgers, I gave Joe Kelly credit one time, and then he goes and just poops all over himself in his first outing. It was so bad.
Was it? I didn't see it.
He gave like 4 runs, a couple walks, blocked a guy in. Like, what's happening? What are we doing?
Yeah, that's not like him with the block, anyways.
Like you said, though, he's the end of the season run where he's got to play for the contract. It makes the end of the season run, dominates everybody. He'll get another $8 million next year.
Well, just a high adrenaline pitcher. He needs that. I feel like if he doesn't have it, this is not the same. So,
all right.
Anyways, look, next week we'll see if we can get a guest on here. Won't mention any names just in case it doesn't work out. But if you viewers, please, hey, start sending us some questions again. We want to be able to know what's on your mind and be able to talk about it and give our perspective as players and just like we're sharing in the locker room. So all these things are unscripted. We just talk as if we were sitting on the couch watching TV like we did prior to game time. So it makes this podcast fun.
Yeah, all you need is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then we'll be right at home. Like
made it through 13 seasons on PB&J, so it works.
So anyways, if you're listening and you haven't subscribed, give us some subscribers, please give us a follow, and we'll be back next week, and we'll talk about the same thing and maybe have a guest. Appreciate it.
There we go. Yep. Hey, by the way, big member guest tournament starting tomorrow. I'll let you know how it plays out.
Oh man, I hope you have a ringer, because if you're the ringer, they're in trouble.
I did. Let's just say it's redemption time.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll share a story next week.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Later.